Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a lovely day. My name's Maguire and today I'm showing you how you can start editing faster. Let's get into it. Okay, so about 6 or so months ago, I picked up this new editing technique called pancake editing, and I've been using it ever since. Over this time, I've seen a drastic improvement on how fast I can push out an edit without hindering the quality of my work. In fact, I actually feel like the quality of my work has gotten better ever since I started using this new editing technique. So what is pancake editing? Pancake editing is essentially where you stack timelines on top of each other like layers, similar to how you'd stack pancakes, hence the name. You now use these timelines as filters to filter out the good footage from the bad. If it all seems a little bit confusing, don't worry, I'm about to show you what I mean. Alright, so I'm in Premiere Pro and I've opened up a project that I did for a fitness company about a week ago, and I'll link their website in the description down below. So this all looks a bit messy now, but don't worry, I'll quickly explain what I did. So basically, I made a new sequence and then I came over to my bin with all my footage in it, and I just clicked on one and I hit Control A or Command A on a Mac, and what this will do is it will select everything in this bin. So from here I just clicked and dragged everything into this timeline, and as you can see, if I zoom out, I now have all the footage I shot on this day in one sequence, and it goes for about 40 minutes. Now this might seem a little bit overwhelming, but stick with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way back to the start here, zoom in, and basically what we're going to do is that we're just going to watch all the footage. Now you don't have to watch the footage in real time, but you can just skim through it. But essentially what we want to be doing is we want to be selecting the clips that we like and then just dragging them up. So just go through each one of them, be like, alright, yep, that looks good. Drag it up. No, there's not much there. Yeah, there's something there. And just basically go through everything, skim through everything, and just drag it up. Just like so. Now, don't really worry about trimming everything or cutting anything down. What we want to be doing is just selecting the clips that we like. So if I go back to my one, you can see all this stuff that's in the pinkish color is all the clips that I liked, and I've just simply dragged them up one by one. From here, what we're going to do is that we're going to select all of these, hit Control L or Command L on a Mac, and what that's going to do is that it's going to unlink it from all the audio down here. From here, we're going to create another sequence, let's call it layer 2, and we're simply just going to click and drag all this footage into that sequence. So now if I zoom out, I have all that footage, but it's pretty spread apart because it's just got all these empty spaces here. Now to get rid of these empty spaces, what we can do is click in between two clips and hit the backspace key on your keyboard, and what that will do is bring both of these together. Now if you're running the latest version of Premiere like I am, you can always come up to Sequence and come down to Close Gap. And what this will do is that it will bring everything together instead of going in between every single clip and hitting the backspace key. It saves a lot of time. Now that we have all the footage that we like in a sequence, we can now zoom in and basically do what we did before and start watching the footage, but now this is where we're going to be trimming it down and selecting the bits that we like. Instead of trimming it like this, what I like to do is that I like to find my in point. So let's say here, and hit Control K or Command K on a Mac. And what it will do is it will make this little cut here. And then I can go down and find where I want to go out. Let's say here. Command K again. And drag it up just like before. So go through again. Just say I want to start it here. Okay. And end about here. Drag it up again. So you're just going to do this for each and every clip again. To say, yep, start it here, go across, and end about there. And yeah, just going to do this for every single clip in this sequence. Once you do that again, we're going to make our final sequence. So come across again, hit new sequence, call it final sequence. And I've already done this, but what you're going to do is, again, you're going to drag all your footage into this final sequence. So in this final sequence, we're basically just going to be finishing everything up. So we're going to be adding our music, our titles, and then we're going to be trimming everything down and just fine tuning everything so it cuts with the beat and looks really nice. Now if you come across a situation where you feel like your clip isn't long enough or it's not really meeting the length of the music, what you can do is just come over to your layer 1 and just skim through all your footage again. And if you find anything that you kind of went past the first time, but on second glance you're thinking, actually no, that looks pretty good, just drag it up, but don't put it into the second one, put it into this third layer up here. So basically if I come back over to mine, you can see all my stuff is in the green. Is all that stuff that I want, okay, on second thought, this looks pretty good. So from here, gonna click and select everything again. Gonna hit Control L or Command L to unlink it from all this audio down here, and instead of clicking and dragging it into layer 2, we're just gonna click and drag it into our final sequence. From here, we're just gonna cut everything down, trim it down, and then fit it into our final sequence where it kind of works. And once again, fix everything up, put on your final touches, trim it down, just make it work to your music and all that. And now hopefully you have your final sequence that's ready to be exported. Now another reason they call this editing technique pancake editing is that sometimes instead of doing it like I do it, how I open different sequences just side by side like this, some people actually stack their timelines on top of each other like so. I don't really like doing this, as like you can see it does get a bit clunky and all that. But if this works for you, or if you have multiple monitors, you can do this. But basically just do whatever works best for you depending on your editing style and your setup. Now this editing technique will work on basically all montage-based videos. So things like promo videos, music videos, travel videos, and even some vlogs. The only kind of video that this editing technique probably won't work on are videos with set scripts and set shots, kind of like films. The reason for this is usually when you're editing a film, 9 times out of 10 you'll have a continuity sheet that you have to follow. This basically strips you of the freedom of just scrubbing through all the footage and picking the shots that you like the most. But that's going to be it for the video today, guys. Hopefully if you picked up this editing technique, it will speed up your workflow just like it did mine. And if it does, consider dropping a like on this video. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, hit that subscribe button. But as always guys, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you Friday.